Sports, and we'll get to see a pair of teams who fought multiple times in the Super Bowl. It's the Los Angeles Rams and the New England Patriots, and it's coming up next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. Welcome again, everybody, with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, and yes, the rain is falling now, and it is supposed to continue to fall throughout this game. So how do you think that will impact this contest?
Well, first and foremost, both quarterbacks are going to make sure the officials have those dry footballs coming in each and every play and standing over them sometimes with a towel before the center gets up there to snap it. Second thing is the focus of all the guys who handle the football. Do they wear gloves? Do they take them off? Will they carry the ball high and tight to make sure they have good ball security? That's paramount in a game like this.
Here's the rookie from Stanford, Joshua Carney, to get us started. And we are underway in Foxborough. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
We knew about the great mind coming out of Duke, and we saw the athletic ability and the potential. Watching it all come together and get better with each passing year, that's been fun. He can throw it deep, throw it short, and, of course, take off out of the pocket and beat you with his legs as well.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Now Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing, Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
That's a play that may get lost in the grand scheme of things, but one thing's for sure. You certainly don't want to go 3 and out to start the game. So that's a nice job of finding the right play call and coming up with a first down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And from the 42 now, here's 2nd and 2. They'll run it. This is Ramondre Stevenson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Back to throw. Jones. He'll let this go deep for Bourne. And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. but it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a first down, but a big play as well.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Kendrick Bourne from 3 yards out. And the Patriots get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And Joey Sly on for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Kendrick Bourne who was able to cap things off with a touchdown. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Leading the charge at quarterback, the former Georgia Bulldog, Matthew Stafford.
And Matthew Stafford was taken 1st overall in the 2009 draft, and he certainly played like a top pick. Throughout his career, he's been one of the most prolific passers in the league, and there's no reason to believe he's going to slow down his production anytime soon. Not only that, he's also one of the tougher quarterbacks in the league as well.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Here is 3rd and 5. Stafford now to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Stafford to Higbee there. Rams first down.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Now a play fake it at Stafford. He's going to find Atwell open downfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory. And that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or a play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. Here's 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Here's Stafford. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Here's a 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Stafford. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Stafford. And that is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
And this one is right through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Next, the receivers helped spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
The last run went so well for them, maybe they should have just handed it off right here too. Instead, the quarterback ends up keeping it, and the defense is right on him and wipes away the yardage gained on the last snap.
Here's 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to go down again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So on 4th down, here's Bryce Behringer on to punt for the Patriots. Back deep for the Rams is Tutu Atwell. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. He's got Higbee complete right side. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And Higbee going to have a Rams 1st down as he's brought down at the 25-yard line.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up 1st down, too.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want him to catch.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles.
Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it 2nd and 7. Now it's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. To throw is Stafford. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 9.
From the 50, it's Stafford.
He'll get this one complete to Atwell.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 37. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Stafford.
Screen play set up for Williams.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Throwing is Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you, all right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. They run once more with Stevenson.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
3rd down and 1.
The tight end Henry here in motion.
On 3rd down, here's Stevenson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
So right after the defense gets you the ball on a takeaway and a fumble recovery of their own, you've got to reward them, don't you? You've got to stay out on the field, give them a chance to rest, and how about doing it the way they did it, running the football and picking it up on 3rd down.
Yeah, would not have wanted to go 3 and out. They avoid that right there.
Yeah, they avoided the glares as they went back to the bench, didn't they?
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And now that brings up fourth down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
.46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10.
At their own 16. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Patriot defense has a touchdown.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they wanted to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. L.A. set to take over again on offense.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
They try the left side here with Williams. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Stafford.
Finding Williams on the check down.
And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the 50, Stafford. That is caught. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They go back to the ground with Williams.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11.
Looking to throw. Stafford.
To the right side and complete to Atwell.
And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple.
Back to throw. Stafford.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, Sean McVay going to send out the field goal unit. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And his kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime.
Two yards to go, 2nd down.
Now Jones.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing, Jones. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
And down he goes again. A bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something, because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And fights through one man. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So we've reached halftime here at Gillette Stadium with the Patriots on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
It was a terrific first half from quarterback Daniel Jones. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger as his guys were able to build a double-digit lead.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Stafford now to throw.
Open man is Atwell, complete.
Yeah, boy, he had the marker square in his sights, but a good tackle is going to leave him about a yard or so short. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender, but a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a fourth down.
A 40-yard punt, given 3 on the return, and the Patriots take over. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Jones throwing to start the drive.
This one left side caught by Gibson.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
I know at times today's NFL sure feels like everything's about the guy throwing the football, but when you've got a guy who can run it and move it and gain this type of yardage, you'll take him each and every time.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Complete to Jones. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. Looking to throw. Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 39. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Flushed out right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. The tight end Henry here in motion. Here's Stevenson. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and they're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Jones. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's going to have to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. And right now, Charles, this is about building that lead little by little, and they're able to do just that.
And it gets them past the key number of 16, so this is now a 3-score lead. Not time to exhale just yet, but that might prove to be an important 3 points before things are said and done.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Back to throw, Stafford. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
Well, if you're going to give out a little applause on that play, it has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. In motion, the tight end. Here's Stafford.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 22.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
Stafford. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete.
And Kupp going to pick up a Rams first down as he'll get the ball down inside the 30.
They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Now it's Stafford.
That's quickly to Atwell on the slant.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a first down.
That's complete right around the 8.
He's down inside the 10 to the 8.
And it comes on a gain of 8.
Ball on the 8, 2nd and 2.
Stafford looks to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. To throw is Stafford.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Rams are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Stafford.
He's got it. It's Higbee. Touchdown Rams. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Rams are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it 24-13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. We'll get a report when we return to Foxborough.
Second down, 8 to go from the 28. Bourne going to go in motion left. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Looking to throw. Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And sensing the momentum maybe changing here a little bit, Charles.
Yeah, this defense is going to get off the field quickly, and their offense got them a touchdown last time they had the ball, so they should get another shot.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. So just a 3-yard return following a punt of 45. And out will come the offense as they take over.
The Rams offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up when they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Here comes the Rams punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Jones on the return. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Foxborough. We get set for the 4th quarter. Patriots have the lead. They also have the football. The Pats at the line ready to go. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Bourne. fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3-and-out, 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
Byron Young picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 9.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Here's a give to Gibson.
Shoves him away. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Rams are right back in this football game.
Now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either, throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no, but the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
L.A. readies for its next possession. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
Connecting with Kupp here on the out route.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Stafford.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down. Play action. Stafford.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. To the air again, Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A.
Cooper Kupp,
60 yards.
and the Rams have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. A big play coming now for the Rams as they'll go for 2. Stafford's going to try and throw for it. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down and 5. A handoff for Gibson.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's the type of run that you'll live with. In this game, he's had a good number of carries. He's just been unable to really break off anything substantial.
Back to throw now on first down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Now Jones. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Here's Gibson. And some nice running, going to get him down close to a first down at the Rams' 15-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Throwing, Jones. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that'll push the lead up to 8. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a two-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Throwing is Stafford. That's caught. It's Tutu Atwell. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Over the middle and complete to the tight end, Higbee. Here's second down and 3. Now they'll send Kupp in motion right. And they'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. A shotgun snap for Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Now 2nd and 4. Stafford. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Well, the elements, the crowd, the situation, this is NFL football at its best. Here's 3rd down. Now it's Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now. Stafford now to throw. He'll drop this down to Williams.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Now Stafford.
To the sideline and incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Back to throw.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
They snap it to Stafford. Higbee secures it over the middle. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy.
We've got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Now 2nd and 9. Straight ahead, it's Stevenson.
The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.